I think what we'll do, because this, I mean, this is exhausting on everybody, I think, is we'll do one more. We will do the salaried employee right now. And then with whatever time's left, if you need to catch up or do whatever, that's fine. We'll do the piece worker first thing tomorrow, and we'll write the driver first thing tomorrow. It'll work out fine. I have no doubt it'll still work out just fine. All right. I do want to mention, just so you know this, you may or may not have noticed, but I'm behind. If you do happen to look at the YouTube playlist, YouTube has changed a bunch of their stuff, and they don't, you have to put in there now, is your stuff that you're creating, is it for children or not for children, and a bunch of other stuff. And I put the stuff in like 4 times, and it's been rejected 4 times, and I don't know why. All right, so I put it in again today. So far I haven't heard anything back, which is good news, but I'm having some problems getting some of the stuff to upload, just so you know. As soon as I can get it to upload, it'll be out there. All right, so far, again, we've done payroll, we've done hourly, we've done commission. So it's time for sales. So I'm again going to go and right mouse click on the source folder, choose new, choose Java class, and I'm going to call mine sales 06. Again, yours will be sales or sales 06, depending on how you do your naming. As we did previously, this will extend, oops, not there, it won't. Extends, in my case, payroll 06, and implements iPayroll 06. Okay? And the good news is, this is the easiest one to write because there's nothing. You just get, all you get is, did I call it sales? I'm sorry. They should have been called salaried. Good God, Jeff. All right, I'm going to remove this file. So how do I do that? I just highlight it, and I click delete. Delete it from everywhere? Yes. Sorry about that. Create it again and call it salaried, not sales. My fault. So mine will be salaried 06. I apologize. Again, it extends payroll 06, and it implements iPayroll 06. And again, you may or may not have the 06 in yours. All right, that is correct. All right, so it's salary. And the good news is there's only one thing, private, double, and I called it weekly salary. All right, whether you call it that or you don't call it that, it's no big thing. All right, you can call it whatever you want, I guess. Let's put in our no-arc constructor. With our call to super, and then this dot weekly salary equals, what do we call it, def salary? I don't remember. Well, I'm going to go back and look. That's commission, this is salary. Okay, def S rate, I guess. Stupid name, but hey. So that's that one. Now I'm going to quickly do the full arc constructor. as always, I get that error, and now you know that you want to go in and you want to write your, there's only one, so you want to generate your getter and setter for weekly salary. Okay, so I'll leave it right there so you can all see that. So again, the one I want to change will be my setter. Again, I should have used better names. Sorry. That should have probably been called, instead of def S rate, it should have probably been called def salary. And these should have been called min salary and max salary. Okay. Now it's not hard to change it because you only have to change it in a couple places. So if you want to, and I'll do mine because I think it's better, I'm going to call this min salary. And I'm going to call this max salary, and I'm going to call this def salary. I mean, those are better names, all right? Which means that when I come back to here, this will be now min salary, max salary, and def salary. And I apologize if that confused anyone. That wasn't my intention. So again, I only have two things to do. I want to override toString, and I want to override the earnings methods. So I'm going to go steal those from my commission, like I did before. There's my toString, and there's my earnings. So I'm just going to grab those, and I'll make some changes to them. Again, I'm going to get a bunch of errors now. That's not a problem. Okay, there's that one. That's okay, that's all okay. Need that. All right. So the whole thing is right there. All right. And then the earnings.
Is that still commission?
What's that?
Is that still commission?
Where's that? No. Thank you. That should be salaried payroll object. And this, rather than get weekly salary, this really should be called get earnings, shouldn't it? or earnings. What do we call it? We called it earnings. Okay. Really, it should be earnings probably in all of them. There may be some errors in here. We'll get it all fixed. All right. And if anybody wants it when we get all done, I'll be more than happy to print out a hard copy. No problem doing that. So after the toString, then the earnings is merely this. Okay. So now we've got 3 done. Like I said, what I'm going to do, and because I don't know how tired you are, but looking out there, quite a few of you look a little spent, for lack of better words. And like I said, we probably have written somewhere around 300 or 400 lines of code. All right, that's not that easy to sit there and do. You write for 50 minutes, you take a 10-minute break. You write for 50 minutes, you take a 10-minute break. Like I said, I know that's not easy. What I'm going to do right now is this. If you don't have to look, but please listen. I am going to do the last one. You don't have to follow along. You don't. I'm going to do the last one, and when I get it done, what I'm going to do is I'll print off a copy of this last one, because it's just 1 page front and back. I'll print it off for everybody. If you want to do it with me, that's fine. But if you're too tired, that's also fine. All right? But what that'll mean is then tomorrow we will, and I'll give everybody a hard copy of this. So if you want to do it at your own leisure, you can. Tomorrow then we'll do the driver. All right? And I don't think that'll take very long. Yes, sir.
So this is an error at 116. If you set weekly salary.
Right here?
Yeah.
Well, did you call it WS? So again, that is that one. The looks like I still have an error in here, so I want to see what the error is. Oh, that one is, that's where the error is. That should be def salary now. Come off it, would you? Go. So like I said, don't worry about this. I will print off a hard copy for everybody of this last one. I am going to keep talking, and I'm going to do it. So if you do want to do it and try to work along with me, fine. And if you don't, also fine. A piece worker, just so you know the way that her or his salary is, it's the number of pieces they make times the price they get for each piece. So it's a very simple calculation. It's a little longer, but it's not really any harder than the one we just did. All right. So I'm going to come in here and do the last one. So I'm going to right mouse click on here, new Java class, and this will be called piece worker 06 in my case. As we have been done before, it will extend Payroll06, and it will implement Payroll06. Okay. And we will have 2 pieces of information in here and a private int, which is the, come on, a private int, which will be the number of pieces, and a private double, which will be the price per piece. All right, do the, again, the no-arg constructor. Which, as we have been doing, will be a call to super, and then this dot number of pieces. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. We're going to call set twice, aren't we? Set number of pieces. Wait a minute. This is the no arc. I'm sorry. This is the no arc. It's getting to be a long period for me too. This dot number of pieces equals the default number of pieces, and this dot price per piece equals the default price per piece. There we go. That's correct. Sorry about that. Then the full arg constructor. So there's the full arg constructor. After doing that, of course, I want to go in and do my getters and setters. So code generate getter and setter, choose both, boom, that's done. I want to change my set number of pieces. Okay, it doesn't like max NOP. There it is. Because I misspelled it, max and NOP. Okay, let's fix that. Okay, so the only things that should be left now, again, are overriding the toString method and the earnings method. So I'm going to just copy them like I just did before. I'm going to copy those over.
Oh. That one quarterly. 06. Okay. Let's change this. Let's make this one. Two. String, int. String, int. Change signature to string, int. Let's look. Oh, you need two doubles. Okay. Sales on rate.
Okay, if you look up on the screen, please, I think it's working. The output's really ugly because it's formatted incorrectly. See that? So I'll have to work on that, and I'll get that fixed by tomorrow, but that's not a big problem as far as I'm concerned. All right? So I'll have to look and make sure that the figures are right. But I've written the driver and the piece worker, so I will print out a copy of that for everybody. So you are each now getting two pieces of paper. The top piece has the front and back. It is the piece worker class. The bottom one is just the front. And so far, it's got the driver code in it. I'm not checking everything yet, but I just actually tried to create 8 valid objects. Key valid of each one, both with and without arguments and constructed. So what I'm going to do, we start at 12:35. Tomorrow at 1, I will assume by 1 o'clock you have typed in both of these. That doesn't mean that if you got it done, oh, I don't come till 1, don't do that.
back in about 5 minutes.